everybody, Yankee here. I'm sure by now a lot of you have already heard the disappointing news from the Supreme Court regarding the Maryland assault weapons ban. They have declined to hear it. Now, this is disappointing, but not surprising news. If you remember, I told you a while back there's a lot of cases that have kind of the same thing going on right now at the Supreme Court, and that there's no way they'd hear all of them. Well, this is one of the ones I did not think they would hear, period, because this case is still pending in the appeals court. The appeals court has not ruled. They've had this case for 2 years and haven't issued a ruling. And therefore, the plaintiffs have tried to leapfrog them and get the Supreme Court to weigh in over the appeals court. And it's very unlikely that the Supreme Court would ever do that. That's something they don't like to do. So they have said we're going to wait and see what the appeals court rules and then see if we need to weigh in. Now, like I said, this is disappointing because we want to see these cases progress, but it's not surprising. The case we're really looking at is the Illinois case, or Illinois, as I like to say. That's the one I'm really curious to watch to see what they do on that one. And a lot of people today, the naysayers, are like, oh my God, they just decided they're not going to deal with any of it and they're not doing nothing. Well, that's not the case. Right now, all they've decided on is that they're not going to hear the Maryland case until the lower appeals court actually rules. So like I said, that wasn't surprising at all. As far as the Illinois case, we don't know what they're doing on that yet. Now, I'm trying to stay as positive as possible. I like to think that these people are professionals and that their previous rulings mean something to them and that they will uphold their previous rulings and they will apply those rulings like Bruin and Heller to this case, and that they will actually take a stand and say, hey, these other things are violating the laws, these courts are violating the law, these states are violating the law and the Constitution, and we're going to actually step in and apply the law the way it's supposed to happen. Now, that doesn't mean they have to. And every day I get a little bit more disenchanted with the Supreme Court because it becomes more and more apparent that the so-called conservatives on the Supreme Court aren't there as constitutionalists. They're as corporatists and big government supporters, especially Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett. It seems like they're there more to enshrine political powers and to enshrine corporate privileges. And that becomes more and more apparent every day. And they're more likely to rule on stuff like that that helps big business and big government than they are to actually help the common person or rule on things that gives power back to the people. Now, that is something I myself worry about. But as of right now, we don't have any reason to panic on the Illinois thing because that is actually not even going to be heard in conference until the 23rd. So today's the 20th, I think. So we'll have like 3 more days. So Thursday, I guess we'll find out about this. And like I said, got my fingers crossed, trying to be confident, hoping they do the right thing. If they don't do the right thing, well, then we know why. We know what these people are about. And all these people that were screaming and yelling for Kavanaugh and Coney Barrett because they were good constitutionalists, well, you'll be proven wrong. Same thing with the other ones. They don't care about the Constitution. They care about the corporations and the politicians that appoint them and give them power and give them money and give them free trips and all this other stuff. Buy them cars and mobile homes. Those are the people they care about. And if they choose on the 23rd to not hear the Illinois case, well, then they've just made that very apparent. And after that, all bets are off, I guess. But like I said, we don't have any reason to do that yet because the Illinois case, several of them will be heard in conference on the 23rd. They've enjoined a bunch of cases. There's like 5 of them now if you track the cases that are all enjoined and will be heard on the 23rd. So let's keep our eyes on the Supreme Court. They have 3 more days until they will be showing us whether they're going to do the right thing or whether they don't care about the people at all. And if they don't care about the people, that means they don't care about the Constitution. And if they don't care about the Constitution, as I said, pretty much all bets are off. you.